Yeah, I want to tell you something here, y'all. Let's just say this. And I thank the Lord, by the way. I have. I'm thankful for everything. I want to tell you something about love. You say you love. Many times, you know what I'm saying? You have family get togethers or whatever have you, or you're in a relationship, whatever. Let's just say you have, and then the two, or, and then we're going with a group. So this is what I'm saying. And I'm telling you, this is true stuff now. This happened to me. And many times. So you have two people. Let's say I'm here because this happened to me, and I don't usually do this. And I don't usually. I'm not the one on the phone. But I try to interact, you know. But I'm right here, and you got somebody on the phone, like you know, you know. So if someone's on the phone the whole time, and people always say, "Oh, he doesn't have this," and that don't mean anything. Go outside, and we could do whatever. But if but you should love the one another. People always have this, he's like, but if you say all the time, but something have, hey, because maybe you have more money, but it doesn't matter. You should love the person for who they are. People would use that excuse, but what I'm trying to say is this. So, you should, love. You say you love someone, attention will be on somebody. Be with each other, right? But like, since if it's a family or even a spouse, like it, for like I'm gonna hear you right here. Your attention's on somebody else still talking on a phone, right? Why'd you come in the first place? If you're visiting, you should have been with them in the first place. Why'd you waste time coming? And then again, hey, you know what I'm saying? So, knowing that I'm trying to tell you all, and then people say, oh, they'll use that on me, like, because of, whatever case, maybe that's not going to work with me. Because I know under that's spiritual warfare, Now, when you look at the phone, y'all understand. I'm not going to let that bother me because I'm talking about a topic that, it happens. And I'm telling you now. So, I mean, I know you guys relate to that, right? Can you relate to that too? Because this stuff, happens, But regardless of the fact, what I'm saying is, when you got people visiting, right? Why on the phone? Why someone on the phone with talking to others? You know, the whole time. Well, hey, that goes for anybody, right? Now you got a group of people, and if you be on the phone, I mean, it's kind of understandable if they're not talking to you. But regardless of the fact, you should be indulging. Now, but if you're with the spouse and married, that's a problem. But you can't blame it on me, though. You understand? Especially if you have a couple. You should be a couple. It should be, with two, right? Why are you on the phone? and not with each other. Because that happened to me too. Oh, y'all. So, like I said, whereas, you know, when you have your partners, like I said, and you know, while I'm talking about this, you're trying to what? Make a feel, you know, I'm trying to help out others. But hey, you can't blame me. But I'm not worried. Because over the years it happened to me. You know, all of this stuff, you know, while I'm talking, by the way. Keep on rolling. Rolling, because look, it's not gonna, it's not bothering me. Yeah. The spiritual, while I'm talking, trying to help you out. But understand, when you have, and you know, see, I know as a man, the man I've been, that God created me to be, I took a lot of nagging. But it's funny, they have more to just be on the phone than with me. And they're talking about who be visiting me. And you see who's around me. But they say they love every day. And look, I'm bigger than, you know, like as in, like, see this? I'll say I'm bigger than, you know, but I've been exercising, you see me walking. You know, I mean, you see the difference. And what they, you know, but I'm losing weight, you know what I'm saying? But you can see the difference. I mean, evidently. And you can see the, you know, tone and stuff. Right, King? But like I said, a lot of y'all need to understand for yourselves when you're with people. And while I'm explaining this, you know, and they, you know, the spiritual warfare can't help it. The spiritual stuff, they just, you know why? Because they have identity crisis. You know, I could feel it, you know, the shifts, and I could feel it, the spiritual, you know. And I did it while I'm talking to you. So I'm there to tell you, I am calling it out. But like I said, when you're on the you know, when you're with the spouse, it should be be with the spouse, right? Or family members, especially. So you can't really say, you know, you love, because I know you're butthurt, but don't blame it on me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't really love. You know how things work when you know, do this number too. I'm about talking about doing all kinds of things. Talking about red flags in relationships, friendships, whatever. Going to restaurants and be on a phone. Are you supposed to, why are you on, you know, you'd be in a relationship, you're supposed to do that. You want to talk about love. Maybe you could learn a few things. And do you forgive yourselves? Do you even love yourself? Do you love yourselves? I love myself. Hey, why? Because I'm not watching porn. I'm not cheating. No, I'm not around people. So while I'm over here on or off the phone, and apparently I use it with maturity because I'm not watching porn. And nobody comes to visit anyways. And by the way, for instance, I'm not bringing up what's happened, but whatever comes to my dreams like that, and if I'm not doing certain things for, and I'm bringing that topic up, like I said, if I'm not, and you mostly people see, for any dream, why do you even do that? You didn't know, you know what I'm talking about? Don't do it. It just shows you, and it shows and it happens. It'd be like, and you don't even do it. You know, like I said, for those dreams that I had, I didn't, come on now. But knowing some stuff, and God knows too. You know. So, to whom this may concern, I'm just saying, maybe you could take some advice and get right with God. Because I know I have a personal relationship with God. On and off the phone. You know. You know. I'm talking about truth and honesty. So,